You're listening to Never Heard of It, a Night Shift Radio production.
Have you seen Watchmen yet? The series.
The series?
HBO
Yeah.
series,
Yeah.
So I had not, and so yesterday decided to sit down and watch the entire thing in one sitting.
Okay.
And I have to say, not only was it was an excellent show, great storytelling, really well put together, well written, well acted, beautiful visuals and everything. But I had one problem with it. And that is that clearly Josh Hawley watched the movie and thought Senator Keene was the hero. Or watched the series, I should say.
This is 100% true. Like, yeah. So I have to ask. Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say fuck Josh Hawley.
Yeah, no, that too. Fucking traitor. But when did you know who Dr. Manhattan was? Like, how early? Because for me, it was like the episode before. I was like, oh fuck, it's that dude. Like, that's when I like kind of realized it.
I figured it out when they said. I mean, it's been out long enough that I shouldn't be too worried about spoilers. But
It's like a year ago. Yeah,
tiptoeing around spoilers. But I figured it out when they said that he was going to make an appearance. I kind of like ran through potential candidates and realized like, oh no, it's definitely this person.
Yeah,
And
see, I just figured he would just show up. Like, I didn't think he was already there.
I honestly didn't think that they were going to bring him into it at all.
Yeah,
and like I figured they were going to go for like kind of smaller scale, smaller budget sorts with this series, and I was wrong. They actually went full in, and just as kind of epic as well. I mean the Watchmen movie itself wasn't necessarily like the standard for the story, but like they didn't pull any punches with the series. And
yeah,
I found that surprising but refreshing. That it sits so perfectly within that universe. It understands the characters and the storytelling, and still tells its own original story.
Yeah.
And the fact that they very much understood exactly who Rorschach was, that he was not a hero, not someone to be praised or emulated, and based the entire like villain cabal on his shitty philosophies, I thought was great.
Yeah, no, I think it was fantastic. I mean, that's the unfortunate part about things like that is like a whole bunch of people watched. This is a problem I have with a lot of listen, I'm all for people doing their art, like do your art, live your life, do your cool thing. But the most recent Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix is another great example of this is a movie where they show a person who is insanely deranged. They do insanely deranged things, and a whole bunch of dudes watch that movie and were like, Joker's a fucking hero. Like,
like you don't. He's just misunderstood.
You missed all of the point of that movie. Like, yeah, I didn't think it was a great movie, but I didn't hate it. But that's one of those things where it's like, Watchmen is another great example where people, they go off and show, they do all the events of Watchmen and people are like, fuck yeah, Rorschach. Punisher is another great example. All the fucking white supremacist people going off and doing Punisher. And it's like, dude, you obviously did not read Punisher. He fucking hates dudes like you. Like, he literally kills dudes like you. Like, did you not read the fucking thing? Like, you were not the good guy in this.
Punishing.
Right. It was so crazy, but it's like, the problem with people being so uneducated is that they don't have that critical thinking and introspective looks. So you have to go back and do things like the Watchmen series where you have to be like, this was bad.
Yeah.
Here's why it's bad.
Rorschach was a white supremacist, a violent racist with extreme mental instability that led him to kill people based on his twisted worldview. And yes, he partnered with these other heroes.
I mean, so questionable.
I like how they make it a point to call them costumed adventurers in the series, rather than like leaning on the term heroes or even vigilantes, which I mean they call them a few times, but rather than implying that broadly as a group they were fighting for justice and freedom and whatnot, like most of these people were playing dress up and beating other people up for fun or to play out their own trauma, and that's exactly what you should take away from Rorschach, and to extend that out to this whole group that idolizes him because they miss the point, or no, they get the point exactly. They idolize Rorschach because he was a white supremacist, and so are they. And then the masks allow them to hide, in the allegory to it being like the modern day Klan hood, and all this stuff, like so timely, so well done, and like the way that they show how this violent and like really just horrific ideology just permeates at every layer, and like you can't just like that the Captain Manhattan or whatever Captain Metropolis at one point, like he kind of steps on Hooded Justice's toes metaphorically when Hooded Justice is trying to reveal this vast conspiracy. He's like, oh, it's Moloch, and he's out to zap people with his mind rays or something like that. Like makes it this kind of game, this gimmick, and like pretends that there's this like one evil bad guy that you can defeat and the day is saved, when like really like it's at every level of society this stuff permeates.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very frustrating to watch that and be like, you're making it very obvious. I wish everyone else would see it as obvious as this. But we are not here to talk about The Watchmen. If you want to do that, you want to go ahead and listen to the Superpod Hero Cast, another Night Shift Radio original. Wait, I'm having deja vu. Well, I guess it'll only be deja vu if you guys listen to our episode coming up this Sunday, where we are going to talk about the movie Cemetery High. That being said, hello and welcome to the Never Heard of It podcast trailer edition. Whoa. I'm your host, Michael Fight.
And I am Caleb. And carrying on with the Joker analogy that you were just saying, there was a moment in Cemetery High that I don't think we addressed during the episode, but they have this whole realization of like, what, like, it's this good versus evil, and like one of them has to kill the other. They can't like both live, exist at the same time in the city or whatever, and it brought back flashbacks of, I mean, obviously there's the prophecy in Harry Potter, blah blah blah, one neither can live while the other survives, but it made me more think of like the ongoing like Batman Joker struggle, and how they hint at that in the Dark Knight specifically, where like they neither one can kill the other, but they like neither one can have peace without the other, or can win, so to speak, if the other's still around. And it's like
Heath Ledger's Joker. He says, "You need me.
Yeah, you complete me.
You see, yeah,
I can't kill you because you're just too much fun."
Spectacular. Yeah. But yeah, so this Sunday, and by the way, first off, hello and welcome to everybody watching us on YouTube. We're starting this new thing. So we have been putting our recording sessions of our stupid faces live on YouTube of our full episodes. And now, and my dog Diva, and every so often Penelope. Diva's there.
Hey.
But we've been putting our full episodes on, but now we're actually putting our trailers up on YouTube as well. So for all of you watching on YouTube, hi, we're waving to you right now. But everyone listening, hey, you're still here. It's cool. But so we are talking about the movie Cemetery High. This is a 1988 film, which is available streaming for free on Tubi TV. And it is the second to last movie we have this month because due to a clerical error. We forgot that January 31st existed. Honestly, I'm still very concerned about January 20th, which it is past January 20th at this point. What is 17? 18, 19, 20. Yeah, January 20th was yesterday. If you're listening or watching this on Thursday.
So congratulations, the world is still here.
We assume, because for us it's the 17th. So we hope that everything is fine after the 20th. All I have to say is if you're a true patriot, you will stay home. And if you are a fake patriot who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, please call the FBI right now. Turn yourself in because you're a traitorous piece of shit. So that being said, again, Cemetery High. So this movie's a crazy one. We're actually excited to talk about it, see what it's like. It continues our month of badass women in film, in the as B movie as we can find them, and boy did we this month. So this is this time around. I think this time around we are actually going to get a movie about women. What do you think?
A movie about women. Nary a cemetery to be found, though.
Yeah.
So it's that mildly misleading title. And I have a feeling that we're going to learn from this movie that tattoos don't grow with you if you get them while you're a baby.
Oh, interesting. That is an interesting fact to learn. Yeah. Would you during regular school hours, did your teachers ever force you to shower? Like after gym or anything like that? Were they ever okay, go shower, everyone hit the showers?
I don't think that we were ever required to. We were strongly encouraged to. I also was not an in-shape kid, nor was I athletically inclined whatsoever, and did my best to avoid interacting in gym to begin with. So as because getting sweaty in the middle of the fucking day, or even worse, if you had an early gym period, was just awful. Because then just the rest of the day you're gross, and I just showered this morning. Fuck you. And also, I had no desire whatsoever to strip down naked amongst my peers and teachers in showers. So no, I avoided that most of the time.
I don't recall if my high school even had showers, or at least available in the gym locker rooms where we regularly were. I know in the sports part of it they did, but in the regular locker rooms that used before gym class, I don't recall there being showers, nor do I recall anyone ever actually using them during regular school hours. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember that. But I want to know, did you have showers in your high school, and did you use them? Tweet it at us. You can do so at the Nahoit Podcast, the NHOIT Podcast. Were there showers in your high school, and did you use them? I think it's weird.
This seems like a weird and awkward question, but it is actually relevant to the movie.
It is.
And still makes me uncomfortable, even though it's relevant to the movie.
Yeah. But I do want to know, who actually used the showers in their high school? I just again, I'm talking during school hours, not because you were on the volleyball team and then or lacrosse or something, and then you showered after a big game, because that kind of makes sense to me, maybe, but not during regular school hours.
Michael, we're from upstate New York. You might have to explain to some of our listeners what lacrosse is.
Oh shit. Yeah. So all right, so I got a stick, and there's a net in the stick, right? It's a tiny little net. And I'm gonna run around, and then I'm gonna throw this heavy ball at another dude that has a stick with a net in it, and then I'm gonna take that net with the ball in it and throw it into a bigger net with a ball in it.
Bro, it's fun to make jokes about lacrosse, but it's actually kind of a badass sport. The fact that
it is really a sport.
Whipping this not light, not not gentle sports ball around, and catching it with these tiny little nets, smaller than a baseball glove, and at high speeds aggressively. And the fact that they managed to do so without just spontaneously beating each other with the sticks too.
Yeah. So what's crazy about lacrosse is that it was originally done by the indigenous peoples of the Eastern Woodlands and indigenous peoples of North America. And it was first played as early as the 17th century.
Fucking
That's
wild.
pretty wild. Yeah. So this is like a 300-year-old sport.
It's a really cool sport, and it has like these deep cultural ties to the native peoples of that region. And I think that that's awesome. And it's one of those things where like we knew about it, I think, largely because of that being like where it first developed. But it didn't take me long to realize that it wasn't that well known or popular outside of that region.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a
that
fact.
may have changed by now. Who knows? But like at the time, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's just, to me, like, I live in upstate New York or central New York, so to me it's like every fucking kid played lacrosse. Like everybody played lacrosse, except for me.
And me.
As I push up fake glasses. Where are my glasses? They're somewhere around here. Anyways, but yeah, so Cemetery High is streaming on Tubi TV. So if you're the type of person that likes to watch the movies we talk about before we talk about them, go ahead and watch it, and then tune in this Sunday for our brand new episode. If you are the type of person that likes to listen to us talk about them and then decide whether you want to watch it, well then, hey, we will we'll catch you on Sunday. So thank you everyone for joining us for this wonderful trailer. We super appreciate it, and we will see you Sunday.
Yes, we will.